Welcome to this edition of Your Ticket to Baseball Nostalgia. This is Dan Busby, baseball ticket collector, researcher, and author. My first baseball book was entitled Before and After Babe Ruth, a story of the New York Yankees as told through the lens of tickets and passes. In this edition of Your Ticket to Baseball Nostalgia, we are covering the tickets and passes related to the 1947 World Series, Dodgers versus the Yankees. This is all based on my book, Before and After Jackie Robinson, a story of the Brooklyn National League team as told through the lens of tickets and passes. Today, I'm sitting in a couple of old seats that were used at Wrigley Field decades ago, and I would like to share with you about Game 1 of the 1947 World Series, which was played on a clear day at Yankee Stadium with a light wind. The Yankees had won 10 World Series and the Dodgers none. Of the 73,000 attendees, 7,000 bought standing room tickets, and many of them bought the World Series program like this one. There were a number of firsts. Before 1947, only 4 umpires worked World Series games, but for the 1947 World Series, 6 umpires came onto the field for the first time. It marked the first big money World Series, grossing more than $2 million. It was the first World Series ever televised, and it was in black and white. For the first time, and forever after, the players were also black and white. Jackie Robinson captured all attention when he got on base. Ford Motor and Gillette paid $65,000 for joint sponsorship on video outlets along the eastern seaboard. Commissioner Happy Chandler turned down Liebman Breweries of Brooklyn, saying it would not look good for baseball to have the series sponsored by a maker of alcoholic beverages. Here is a ticket for Game 1 of the World Series. Frank Shea, a 14-game winner in the regular season, started Game 1 for the Yankees, the first time a rookie pitcher had started a World Series game for the American League. Bert Schotten, Dodger manager, countered with 21-year-old Ralph Branca, almost a rookie, who had won 21 games for the Dodgers that year. Branca took a 1-0 lead into the 4th inning, but could not get out of the inning. The Yankees scored 5. That was all they needed to win, 5-3. Here's a ticket for Game 2 of the World Series. Game 2 was such an embarrassment for the Dodgers that talk began about a 4-game sweep. The Yankees brought a brutal attack, and the Dodgers made some ghastly misplays. Allie Reynolds pitched the entire 9 innings, leading the Yankees to a 10-3 victory. Vic Lombardi started for the Dodgers and took the loss. It was a 2-2 game with the Yankees coming to bat in the 5th inning. Billy Johnson led off the Yankee 4th with a long high fly to center field. Pete Reiser started late, backed up awkwardly, and as the ball was descending, he tripped and fell backwards. It went for a triple. No one talked much about Pete's dizzy spells. Pete had told writers a number of times that he sometimes saw 2 fly balls coming at him. Then Gene Hermansky lost Phil Rizzuto's short fly on the sun in left field. The Yankees went up 4-2 and never looked back. Here's a ticket for Game 3 of the World Series. Game 3 saw 33,098 fans pack the small park in Brooklyn. There were great distances in Yankee Stadium, but in Ebbets Field, the fans and players blended almost into a oneness. They purchased World Series programs that looked like this for the game. Bert Schotten, Dodger manager, started Joe Hatton. Bucky Harris started the well-traveled Bobo Newsom for the Yankees. Pete Reiser tried to steal second base in the 1st inning. He was thrown out, hurt his right ankle sliding into second, and was out for the series as a regular. Hatton held off the Yankees in the first 2 innings. In the last of the 2nd, Ebbets Field exploded like Mount St. Helens. The Dodgers fell on Newsom and on his replacement Vic Raschi like hungry wolves upon a crippled deer. The Dodgers scored 6. It was a slam-bang battle after that with the final score Dodgers 9, Yankees 8. Here is a ticket stub for Game 4 of the World Series. Game 4 came down to the last half of the 9th with 2 Dodgers on base, 2 men out, and the Yankees leading 2-1. Yankee pitcher Bill Bevans had pitched 8 2/3 innings without allowing a hit. He had walked 10 batters, never before done in a World Series game. But Bevans not only wanted to win the game, but he wanted to become the first pitcher ever to throw a no-hitter in the World Series. He was 1 out away from a no-hitter. Furillo had walked in the 9th, and Al Gianfrido ran for him. Gianfrido stole second, and Pete Reiser was walked intentionally, and Mixus ran for him. Cookie Lavagetto pinch hit for Eddie Stanky. Cookie swung and missed the first pitch, strike 1. The next pitch was slightly high and outside, but Lavagetto connected solidly, and it hit the right field wall at Ebbets Field. Gianfrido scored easily, and Mixus slid in ahead of Berra's tag. It was over. Dodgers 3, Yankees 2. The series was now tied 2-2 for Game 5 at Ebbets Field. Here's a ticket for that game. Frank Shea started for the Yankees. Schotten started Rex Barney. He had not started a game since July 4. He could throw the ball hard, so hard it resembled an aspirin tablet to the batters, but most of the time he was so wild he couldn't hit the side of a barn. Again, the game came down to the 2 outs in the last of the 9th inning, with the Yankees leading 2-1. The Dodgers again had the tying run at second base, and again Cookie Lavagetto was the pinch hitter. Today, Lavagetto struck out, and the Yankees led the series 3-2. The general expectation was that the Yankees would end the series in 6 games. Allie Reynolds, who won Game 2, started for the Yankees, and Bert Schotten went with Vic Lombardi. Here's a ticket stub for Game 6 of the series. The game again came down to the bottom of the 9th inning with 2 out, and the Yankees had the tying runs on base. The Dodgers led 8-6. But George Sternweiss of the Yankees bounced out, and the game was over. But the play of the game occurred in the 6th inning. Manager Bert Schotten had inserted Al Gianfrido in left field. Joe Hatton was pitching for the Dodgers. After getting Allie Clark out on a line drive, he walked Sternweiss. Heinrich fouled out. Berra singled to left. There were 2 on, 2 out, and Hatton pitching to the dangerous Joe DiMaggio. DiMaggio hit a rifle shot to left field. It appeared the ball would fall into the bullpen 415 feet away as a home run and tie the game 8-8. But Gianfrido raced to the low fence in front of the bullpen, reached in with his right hand and pulled back the ball. It was the last game of his brief major league career. The Dodgers released him after the series, and even though he was only 25 years of age, no other team picked him up. Here's a ticket for Game 7 of the series. Frank Shea started for the Yankees, and Hal Gregg started for the Dodgers. But Game 7 pitted the 2 top bullpen men, Joe Page and Hugh Casey, in relief. Page for the Yankees pitched the last 5 innings, facing only 15 batters. Casey for the Dodgers pitched the last 2 innings. The Yankees won the game 5-2. Arthur Daly wrote in the New York Times, "From the first inning, the Dodgers' luck ran down like an unwound clock. While the Dodgers had lost the series, they won their biggest assignment. They accepted Jackie Robinson." The Dodgers and Yankees press passes for the World Series looked like this. The Dodgers printed a special Western Union operator pass. They printed special passes for fire department personnel. Special pins were issued for many years to press personnel that covered the series. Here is what the press pins looked like for the 1947 World Series. Well, thank you for joining us for this edition of Your Ticket to Baseball Nostalgia. This video is based on my book, Before and After Jackie Robinson, a story of the Brooklyn National League team as told through the lens of tickets and passes. For more information on old baseball tickets, go to baseballticketman.com. And order your copy of Before and After Babe Ruth and Before and After Jackie Robinson on Amazon. And watch for my 3rd baseball book, Before and After Satchel Paige. And a special thank you to Daniel Herman, who shot and edited this video.